AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Eyes on the prize, baby. Bubba.
Yo, I know it. I know it.
The big game is almost here, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. The hype was there last year, ball, but the bandwagon has arrived. In the likes of Jeff Teague and his podcast.
Wow.
They're talking about, is Brunson the best Knick of all time?
But Jalen Brunson one of them, for sure.
Yeah, like what he's done for the Knicks already is more than what Melo did. Woo! It ain't no shade. I love Melo.
So far, he already got to the second round.
Yeah, I love Melo. But he surpassed Melo as a Knick already.
Man, if he get the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals this year,
I guess still early, but I ain't gonna do that, bro. Melo killed.
I think Melo is one of the coldest basketball players ever. Y'all know. You a Melo fan for sure. Me too. I wear my socks because of Melo. But if you look at the Knicks, like Melo was cold with the Nuggets too. Then when he went to the Knicks, he was still cold, but it was later. You know what I mean?
And they wasn't on shit with him. They weren't trying to build around him. They gave him his best assets early.
Yeah, they was fucking with him. Even when he had them fire teams with Woody when they won 50 games and shit, they still wasn't this. Like, we still didn't believe the Knicks
Fabian trolling us, bro.
Did you?
We get it. Get them niggas out of here,
I never thought they was going to win.
Please, get them niggas out of here, man. God damn.
They ruined my views. Flea.
Yes,
I think AllBall. Oh, you woke up? I think AllBall is already unanimous. You have him, I guess, behind Melo at this point. If there's a top five, definitely Clyde, Willis Reed, Patrick,
Fish got the Bernard King.
Oh, Bernard King. But Bernard King is 4 seasons also.
Right.
So, but it was so memorable. Like, even for us, it was like they would show the highlights. Like, no, he was. It almost felt like he was there for the whole time, for his whole career. That's what it feels like. How you say the guy? Not Gale. The point guard. Brunson just beat his record today. The most 30 points, 10 assists games.
Richie
Guerin. Like, there's a lot of guys that we forget about. What do you have him on the list, Flea?
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about him being on a list yet. I just think it's a little premature to be talking about Brunson is the greatest Knick of anything yet, right? Like I said, I'm worried about him putting another season together that he's done for the last 2 seasons. Like, I can't even put him on a list of great Knicks when you talking about a Clyde Frazier, when you're talking about a Willis Reed, when you're talking about Patrick Ewing, in my opinion, probably the greatest Knick of all time. With respect to Willis and Frazier, and obviously winning the rings. But if we just talking about pound for pound, who was the greatest Knick of all time, I think it's Patrick Ewing. But there's a lot of other guys that contributed to our lineage as a team. Obviously, Carmelo Anthony. Obviously, Bernard King. You got little favorites in there for whoever you think is your. There's favorites in there. People got favorites in there.
Right.
But for me, I don't think he's on that list quite yet. He's on his way though. Everything that he's doing, brick by brick, just putting it together. I think he can go down. When it's all said and done, he could go down as a top 3 Knick. I mean, imagine if the dude wins a championship as being the best player on his team. Imagine if that happens. Like, so I'm not gonna jump the gun and say he's top 5 Knick of all time yet. This is a hell of a moment. These last 3 seasons have been great. And again, we just keep building on it. We clearly have shown that we found a guy that we're going to build around. I haven't seen us do this in a long time. So maybe ever.
Can I ask y'all a question? And I would love the chat to please respond and give us y'all opinion. Right now, we know when it started, Cat was MVP caliber and playing great basketball. But right now, Cat, Brunson, who's the best Knick right now? Because for a stretch, it was Cat.
I think Brunson took that back. He took it back. Because when it's hard. It's even though he's a big guy, and I usually say it's easier for him to get to his game. Cat's big ass cinder block feet, man. It's hard for him to do what he wants to do and get even while he's driving and he's Brunson takes charges and on defense at least. We hate Cat's defense. On the offensive end, the setting screens part is tough for him. Brunson, especially when he's in
Fish. Hold on. Yo, Fish, you a closet Knick fan. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let me just say that real quick. You a closet Knick fan. You ringing off a lot of niggas. Niggas ain't supposed to know those names if you ain't a fan of the team. Love you, OG. But you a Knick fan. And you a closet Knick fan. I'm calling you out now. My fault, Fabian.
And I think when he's on his game is just different. And that's what I'm saying about him. Like Walt Frazier, this is to your point, Flea. Fish is a closet Knicks fan. How you got the Mount Rushmore of Knicks ready?
This nigga just said Rory Sparrow.
Yeah.
Johnny Newman. Nah.
Walt Frazier, Willis Reed, Patrick Ewing, Bernard King is like the Mount Rushmore for the Knicks all time. And it's tough to surpass them because Bernard King has 4 seasons and it always felt legendary. But Brunson's I believe he's on that cut. He's on there already. He's there. Bernard King didn't have a playoff run like Brunson. He didn't. You can look it up. That Brunson was killing Jordan numbers. He was doing Jordan. Nobody expected that. Like, to me, he surpassed Melo. I'm sorry. Get like that. I'm trying to respect Melo, Flea, for your sake. For you don't go crazy. But we have to start talking about. We have to start talking about when they traded for Earl the Pearl, and then Walt Frazier goes, "Yeah, I have no problem playing with him." Right? With the Rolls Royce backcourt, I ain't got no problem with that. Willis Reed sliding over from the 4 to the 5. Like these were the sacrifices they made, and we talking about sacrificing. It starts off the court. Brunson made the biggest sacrifice in Knicks history. $100 million. Ain't nobody able to do that. Brought his friends over here. They got the family over here. And then add to that the way he's playing on the court. And when he's on point, we're a different team. And even Melo at his best in New York, it was great. He's a great scorer, but he wasn't a facilitator. Wasn't a great defender. And Brunson isn't a great defender, but he finds a way to capture our heart on a night-to-night basis. And these games feel different with Brunson ever since he got here. It wasn't like that with Melo. As great of a scorer as he was, night to night, it didn't feel like some drama.
Pull this out. You really forget the Knicks tape era and how much the city was into that. You don't give that enough credit. And that's not me trying to cape for Melo. That's for that moment, because it was just a moment, 1, 2, 3 year moment. But that was we were into it because that we were coming off of a lot of bullshit. Like, we was trying to figure this shit out. Not in comparison to right now, maybe not. But that Knicks tape era was dope. I don't know. I don't know about that one, Fabian.
But it would have been dope if Melo would have not tried to get traded and just gone in the off season and just did it like that, or chose a different route. Like, you just got to give Brunson his props. They wrote it out correctly. He could have stayed in Dallas. He could have chose any other team and told his pops, like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna create my own path. I don't need you. But he came over here and he's following a plan. Like, you can't take that away from him. Like, Melo could have joined D Wade and them in Miami or create your own story. Like, he sounds confusing to me a lot. Like, 1 minute it's this. I could have been in Miami. It was like, no, you couldn't. You signed a different kind of deal than they did. Doesn't make sense to me. It's always been like this, what you could have been. And this, Brunson's not supposed to be in this spot. He wasn't the 3rd pick of the draft. How is he even in the same conversation as you? He shouldn't be. And he is. Like, again, going back to Jordan records and all that, it's not hate on Melo. It was more or less the hate on that era for messing that up. Donnie Walsh left because of that. Kept blaming James Dolan. Like Brunson is the face of all of this, and we were hard on him during the middle of the season, but now he's back to being MVP form. I cannot take that away from him. I don't mind him being top 5, top 6, whatever it is, especially over Melo. You gotta give him a props. You gotta give him props. You gotta tell everybody else, nah, this is what we want our player to look like. This is how we want our player to act like on and off the court. He's a symbol of what to do. Overachiever. Melo's not an overachiever. It's not who he was. He didn't want to lose weight like that. He was a bit of a fat boy too. Like Brunson's not that.
Top 75 of all time.
Definitely. He's busting them top 75 dudes' asses. All of them. They couldn't guard Melo.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Easily.
Top 10 scorer of all time. Top 10 nigga to put the ball in the basket, because that's what really basketball is about, right? You got to put that shit in the hole. Top 10 all time. Go ahead, finish. We done. Because you turned. I know what you're doing. You ain't gonna get me. No, not tonight. Not tonight. Put your glasses back on.
Yeah.
Put your glasses back on.
That still ain't Big Brunson.
It ain't.
It's just not.
It
didn't feel like this. It's back-to-back games that he's pulling through again. Fourth quarter. It's on me, y'all. Just follow me. I'm good. Real leader. We're gonna go with leadership. I know he was a good guy. He would take all the bullets. I heard him on Shumpert stories. Nah, man. Brunson's doing something. He surpassed all of our expectations. We didn't have that much. We had a lot of expectations with Melo, and maybe that's part of the thing with me too. He ain't fulfilled my expectations, bro. And Brunson surpassed everybody's, including the people that was coaching him, Jay Wright. Everybody's like, I ain't gonna be this good. Can't front. So I don't mind him being there, man. The sacrifice, the leadership, and then the play on the court, man. Come on, man. He's 6 feet putting them Jordan numbers. Nah, man. Nah. Give me that dude, bro. Like at this point with the Knicks, we gonna go crazy when that jersey go up in the rafters in Madison Square Garden, for sure.
Well, just put my 2 cents in it. Very brief. I'm not gonna go on a long soliloquy, but it's not here to slander Melo. I see the comments. Big shout out King's speech. It's not about slandering Melo. To me, it's about giving Brunson the props he deserves. And I think it's hard for people to do that because he wasn't a top 5 pick. He's little. It's not athletic. It's not flashy. And nobody expected this, Flea. Nobody. If anybody, including myself, who think he knows everything about the game of basketball, when, actuality, I may not know jack shit. I'm just in love with the game, right? But nobody's seen this coming. Nobody. It's only one person that I know for a fact that's seen something coming. Pause. And that's my brother Flea about Princess of True. Nobody's seen this with Jalen Brunson. And I think it's hard for people to fathom that. Melo, people have a different type of love for Melo. So to me, that's why it's hard for guys to understand when we say it's not disrespecting Melo, but what Brunson is doing, Melo didn't do. And for me, and I said this last season, he gave us hope. Like with Brunson, we have hope that we'll win a championship. No disrespect to Melo, great player. But I never thought we would win a championship with Melo. Ever. Brunson gives the city hope. And for me, it seems like he's willing to make the sacrifices, contract and money-wise. It seems like he's willing to be a leader, and a captain. And
the 54. Hold on, the 54 win season 2 seed. Y'all didn't feel at all that we were a contender at all that year. I'm sorry, I was burning over. I'm gonna have to ask.
I know that. That's why I said I'm gonna be brief.
That season, hold on. That season, that is the first time we had won 50 games in like almost 10 years or some shit like that. We were a 2 seed. Was it a disappointing second round against Indiana? For sure. hindsight makes you think that, okay, but when we were going through that at that time, there was no thought that we were going to contend at all.
No, I did. We went through this before. When Baron Davis' knee exploded and when Iman Shumpert got hurt, bro, that was like, for me, that was like OG. Iman Shumpert, his rookie year, I was going crazy. People were like, what are you talking about, Iman Shumpert? I said, yo, you don't watch basketball. That's how I knew people didn't watch the game. Iman Shumpert, his rookie year, was guarding D Wade. I sound like a broken record. Once them two got hurt, you lost another backup point guard, and you lost your guy, your dog. It was over for me. Like Tyson Chandler and them, but bro, it's but so much Tyson Chandler could do alongside Amari and Carmelo, bro. That's two guys that don't play defense.
OG, no.
Listen, you know, you're my brother. I just have to be honest. No,
I got you.
No,
I got you.
No, and
Like
I
quick,
said,
AllBall. Remember, they going against the Heatles. So for me, when you got a dog like Iman Shumpert, Melo's gonna go. Now I don't have to play defense as much. I'm gonna go for 50 against LeBron every game. That's what was so disappointing about that Pacers series. We didn't get to see the Heat in the playoffs when we had a squad. That's what sucked.
They beat us the year before in the first round. They almost swept us in the first round.
But we weren't. It wasn't that team.
The following year was a better team for sure.
And I do give him. I say I did. He did hate on Linsanity. He did hate on Jeremy Lin. But Jeremy Lin, but yeah, he did. But Jeremy Lin,
that's bullshit. That's a 2-week. That's a 2-week flash in the pan. The fuck out of here with that.
Call it what you want. But I was getting ready to compliment him. There is no Linsanity without Melo, because he's the guy that said, "Yo, put him in the game." He was hurt. He was sidelined. He saw he was doing his thing, and he put him in there. So he has flashes of being, you know, I guess showing leadership or whatever. But dog, you didn't do what Brunson did. You didn't set the table like Brunson. You didn't have a plan like LeBron and them. You got to have a plan. And you're the same agent as LeBron. That's Leon Rose is their agent. The guy's one of the Knicks now. That's what's disappointing about all this to me. It wasn't thought out. And that's kind of like how his career was. You ain't thinking through. You just didn't. Maybe you came trying to talk to us in hindsight, Melo, but I remember, bro.
Listen, what Brunson did, Flea, what Brunson did last season gets overlooked. But I'm gonna be the one that's gonna always remind people. Not a lot of people could do what he did. To be down 3 starters and to almost carry us single-handedly. Let's be realistic. Sometimes that starter 5 was him, Deuce, Precious, Josh Hart, and Hartenstein. Like, and for him to almost carry us single-handedly to the Eastern Conference Finals. We was Game 7 at home. Listen, man, a lot of things that Brunson does is overlooked. And that's why I don't like to make the comparison, because it almost seems like we're downplaying and disrespecting Melo. And for me, I'm not doing that. But listen, man, big body Brunson, I think, is the real deal. And it makes people uncomfortable because, like I said, Melo has a cult type following, and he's legendary. Like, come on, man, what he did, Syracuse.
This comment right here says a lot. And we could say what we want about it, but that comment right there says a lot. It screams those 4 words.
But read the comment, because we got audio on the podcast too.
From King's speech, Brunson came to stability.
Stay there. No. Stay there.
That's a lot.
Stay there. Whose fault is it that Melo didn't come to stability?
What?
I'm asking you a simple question.
That's not on Melo. Yo, stop this shit, man. Mozgov not really good. Wilson Chandler regular. Raymond Felton came back. Like, stop. Danilo Gallinari, get out. Like, stop this. I hate when niggas bring up that trade like we gave up a house. Them niggas regular. They was not gonna move the needle for us going forwards. I stop that shit with that trade. That's garbage.
So Flea, let me
not give up no house. That's garbage.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you this real quick. if I were to tell you we were gonna have a 6-foot point guard going into a season, and his teammates were gonna be Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh Hart, Julius Randle, and Dante DiVincenzo, you would have thought that we would have win 50 games, get a 2 seed. Like that's the part to me that I just can't, bro. It was planned out. You were talking about he walked into this ability. Well, he made the right choice. And that's all I'm saying when it comes to this. Yeah, you got to think about what you're doing. Donnie Walsh was here and he left.
Amari Stoudemire rolled the dice and said, fuck it, I'm gonna come over. That summer. Nobody wanted to come. We struck out on LeBron, right? We struck out because we thought we had the meeting. We thought we was gonna be. We struck out. We get Amari Stoudemire to come. We lose our minds. Don't front. The city lost their mind. Oh, Amari.
Yeah. Facts.
Amari, 25-8 to start the season.
He duped us.
All-star.
Before the season, I wasn't hyped. He got that when he almost got that game win against Boston from half court. I went crazy. They were fun to watch before Melo got there.
They were fun to watch before Melo. We were so regular weed, man. That's what I'm saying. Gassed off some regular.
Hold on, Flea. Hold on, y'all. All right, let me ask you and King. Hold on.
Sad to see Mozgov leave.
Let me ask you and King Speech a question. When Brunson signed here, did you expect this?
No.
Right?
But this is not a shot on Brunson.
No.
You know I love Brunson.
All right, no. This is no shot at nobody. I want to ask you and King Speech a question with that stability thing, because we want to make it seem like when Brunson came here, we had a great team. I'm gonna speak for myself. I never thought Julius Randle was a good basketball player, even though he made an all-star, average double-double. But
were we a playoff team?
Before, no, because remember we missed it. Didn't we miss it before Brunson came?
Did we 1 year?
No,
did we make the playoff?
The year before Brunson came, we were not a playoff team.
We were a playoff caliber team. We just came off being a 4 seed. We missed the playoffs the next season. Okay. But then the stability. We had a culture set in already. Don't duck that. It's not like he came to a shit show. What I'm saying is we're coming off being awful. We're coming off Isaiah Thomas years. We're coming off doing what we did to Marbury. We're coming off a lot of bullshit or around that time when Melo and Amari and all of them come through the door. They're not coming to real stability. Brunson comes through the door. Tibbs has already laid a foundation. Brunson has been great. I don't want to turn this into like Brunson has done nothing. Brunson has done amazing things. But I'm not about to say like Fabian got me into defending Melo like I always do. No, we're not gonna kill Melo. No, we're not doing that tonight.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.